security, I have actually it was 99, but it has reduced because of this cholera. Cholera is the one who reduced, and other domestic violence, which flood has brought to me right now. People are fighting, so it has reduced my 10% of my security in my border. It has become now 90%. So I have army this side, I have army in Libya, I have my police, big barracks, I have my URA, I have also security. So with the security, I don't have any problem. Honorable Minister, feel at home. The place is safe without any problem. It is only this sickness. But if you wash our hands properly, it will not affect you. Honorable Minister. So I have to say, not forgetting my His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Waye! That's how now you can see how they respond. Next time, you will see them all like me. Today is peace. Next time, you will see them the way they are. So, I cannot waste our time. I have to stop here. I have to say, no, I have forgotten to appreciate my cow. My cow has given me a land. My cow has reinforced me to do what? To open this field. So, I thank my cow of Amor. Thank you very much. I have to say for God and my country.
Elegu community, can we appreciate our chairman even more? Now, Right Honorable, it's very evident why he was voted. He's the people's man. Chairman, thank you for welcoming us. And as we invite our entertainment troupe to entertain you, Right Honorable, I will want to make a special thanks to all the key partners who are here. And Right Honorable, I must mention, this is a government initiative with partners. And in a very special way, we want to recognize the Embassy of Denmark. Your Excellency, please stand so the Elegu community can appreciate you for supporting them. Can we appreciate the Ambassador? Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And also, Right Honorable, with us from the European Union delegation in Uganda. Sane, please stand for recognition. She's here representing the head of delegation. And of course, our dear friends, Trademark Africa. Please stand, our Deputy CEO, Allen. Can we appreciate them, ladies and gentlemen? Right Honorable, also here with us, key partners, but I thought the community would appreciate all the stakeholders. And among the key stakeholders here with us, Right Honorable Prime Minister, is our contractor who has promised to deliver this job on time. Ambitious, please stand for recognition. Ambitious, Elegu, these are the people going to build the market. And they have said they will do it in time. Thank you very much, Ambitious. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I want in a very special way to appreciate the delegation from South Sudan. If you're here, please stand for recognition. Our South Sudan delegation, please stand. Can we appreciate them, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for coming. And the East African anthem could not have been more representative as it should have been today. And so we want to appreciate you, our South Sudan delegation. A very special mention, Right Honorable, to the Ministry of Works and Transport. We have a team from Ministry of Works. Thank you very much for joining us. Elegu, can we appreciate Ministry of Works? We have a team from Uganda Railways Corporation, URC. Can we appreciate them, ladies and gentlemen? We have a team from NEMA, and Right Honorable, they said this is not a swamp. This is actually a ground that shouldn't be flooding. Thank you, NEMA. We have a team from UNBS. UNBS, please stand for recognition. Yes, our Deputy CEO is here. Thank you very much for joining us. Right Honorable, we wanted a very special way to appreciate the vendors. The vendors, please stand. They are the most important people. Vendors of Elegu Market, please stand. All of you, please stand. Thank you. You're the reason we're here. All right? May I now, because I know the chairman and RDC will speak later, they should recognize the local leadership. But I really want in a special way to appreciate the Amuru District local leadership. Can we appreciate the Amuru District local leadership, ladies and gentlemen? And I now want to invite our ladies, please come. They are going to entertain us. Right Honorable, we want to receive you. Entertainment, please.
We are coming, we are coming, we are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. We are coming, coming, we are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. Guest of honor, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here. Guest of honor. We are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel Tom here. We are coming, we are coming, we are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. We are coming, we are coming, we are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. Our donors, we are happy to say most welcome. Feel at home here. Our donors, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here. We are coming. We are coming. We are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. We are coming. We are coming. We are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. Our traders, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here. Our traders, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here. We are coming. We are coming. We are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. We are coming. We are coming. We are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. Our visitors, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here. Our visitors, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here. We are coming. We are coming. We are ready. We are the women of Elegu market. Our visitors, we are happy to say you are most welcome. Feel at home here.
In the first place, we would like to welcome and thank the President of Uganda, the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The Prime Minister, the right Prime Minister, Nabanja Robina, the first Deputy Prime Minister, Kadaga Rebecca, the Trade Minister, Wilson Bade, the Ambassador team, the Parliament, members of Parliament from Amoro District, security officers, local council, Elegu, and not forgetting other invited guests. Before you hear are the women of Elegu Mene Market coming to present you a welcome song. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Me, I'm going to. 1, 2, 3. Our guest of honor. I must welcome Elegu, our guest of honor. You are most welcome in Elegu, our Minister Nabanja. Happy to see you. You are most welcome in Elegu, our Minister Nabanja. You are Minister Kadaga. You are most welcome in Elegu. Our Minister Kadaga. Happy to see you. You are most welcome in Elegu. Our Trade Minister. In Elegu, our Trade Minister. You are most welcome. Elegu, our Vistas Ambassador. Welcome in everybody from everywhere. Most welcome in Elegu, our dear Moro Vistas. You are most welcome in Elegu, our Vista members of Elegu. You are most welcome in Elegu, our dear Vistas. You are most welcome in Elegu.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate our women vendors. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Guest of honor, we are here, beautiful, we are going. We are here, beautiful, we are living. We are here, we are going. We are here, we are living our vistas. We are here, beautiful. Our vistas, we are here smartly, so happily. Beautiful, wonderful, wonderful. Our RDC, we are here, thank you. Beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Our chairman, you are there, wonderful. Oh, beautiful. Oh, maximum. So caring and serious and hardworking. Oh, wonderful. Not lazily. Our councillors, you are there, wonderful. Our members, you are there, wonderful. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Security. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Oh, nicely and quickly. So active, so lovely, and nicely. Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Hey, 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 hey. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, oh, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our women vendors. Right, Honorable Prime Minister, that was for you, right, Honorable? And in a very special way, we want to let Ambitious know that is how excited they are before you start. Now, what happens when you finish? We will need more space for this entertainment. So, may I request as I invite the RDC to come. RDC, please come and say a word or two. Immediately after the RDC, the LC5 chairman. Let's keep the speeches brief. The Right Honorable Prime Minister has another engagement. We don't want to keep her here too long. But in a very special way, I want to appreciate the Ministry of Trade, Industries and Cooperatives. The Ministry of Trade, all the staff who are here, apart from the Minister, please stand for recognition. Ministry of Trade, your team. Can we appreciate the Ministry of Trade, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much, Minister of Trade. RDC.
Thank you, my brother Maurice Mugisa. The Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, Minister of Trade, Honorable General Mbade, the Ambassador of Denmark, the European Union Trademark, the woman member of parliament for Amoro District, Mego Lucy Akelo, my brother, the district chairman, my deputy, Mego Proskovia, all the security team. I've seen the RPC, the RISO, and the other, the UPDF, headed by Brigade Commander of 501, and the team, the market vendors, the local leaders, Chairman LC1 and your team here. My name's Osborne Geoffrey Ocheng. I am the resident district commissioner of this district. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to thank the Almighty God that finally the dream of Amoro district has been realized with what is going to happen today, with the presence of our own, the first Deputy Prime Minister, who is here in two capacities, on our own and also representing office of the Prime Minister. Colleagues, it has been a cry for the people of Amoro and also my friends from the Republic of South Sudan. The South Sudan delegations, I want to thank you very much. Recently, a few months ago, Elegu, Nimule Town Council was elevated to municipality status. And I think the head of delegation, it's your first time to be here. Thank you very much for joining us on this function. Madam Right Honorable Prime Minister, as my LC1 chairman has alluded, Elegu is strategically located for this country. And indeed, as government, we need to prioritize development in this area. And as per the manifesto of the NRM government, there has been promises of having this market many times. But today, with your partner, with the trademark and the money from the Danish government and European Union, we are able to have this one of the greatest. Indeed, I want to thank my sister, the ambassador. When my brother, your predecessor, the day was going, I did say when I was the resident district commissioner of Lamore, that your first stopover of any district should be Lamore, and you did follow. And today, when you came, I also said, finally, you have again followed me to Amoro. All this is about investment. It means you are a very good partner to this government. I want to thank you very much for giving us the funding for this market. Indeed, our market vendors have suffered a lot as far as flooding of River Onyama. Every year, this year, this is now almost the 7th time that the river is flooding. And the people are suffering. Ministry of Works, I'm happy you are here. You have seen it. Something needs to be done in order to open the river bank of Onyama to help salvage this problem. And indeed, if we are to work, and Prime Minister, you are here, please, the money Amoro District Local Government is getting is not for the 1 billion shilling. It's not for opening the road. I am member of the road committee. It is for maintaining the already existing roads. There should be an additional money given to this new town council so that they can survive an open road, because there are no drainage system here. And that's the reason why we have sanitary problem in this area. because of flooding, and this flooding, when it comes, it wash away all toilets and everything. So at the end of the day, our people are really suffering. Indeed, the health situations of this area, it's alarming. I want to thank our district, more especially Chief Administrative Officer, for deploying more health staff in this area to handle emergency situations. Government of South Sudan did report to us some 2 months ago about an outbreak of cholera in South Sudan. And immediately after 1 month, we realized the problem here. So far, we have registered more than 300 cases of cholera in this area. And Elegu, Ulorokwo West, has the highest populations of people in the whole country. This is the only village with the highest numbers of people. It has over 22,000 people in one village. So all this we need to, because it has people from all walks of life. If you are in Elegu, you cannot speak only one language and people understand. You need to use all, and a unifying language sometimes you will even fail to have a unifying language when you're in Elegu. Because somebody will tell you, I'm from Somalia, I'm from South Africa, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from all areas of East Africa and the world. They are here. So we need to put our interest to see that we develop this area. And most of the people who are settled here, they are settled on government land. And we need to see a way of handling the plots to them. And this should be a strategic arrangement where Chief Administrative Officer and the district chairman and the team will need to sit down to strategize and see that the issues of allocating plots to our people are done expeditiously. This will help to resolve most of the problem here. And the issues of cholera, indeed, it was raised in the floor of Parliament, but I've seen low response from Ministry of Health. Oftentimes, when we receive cases here, there are always low response from Ministry of Health. Honorable Prime Minister, I attended a Zoom meeting about the situations. I was reporting to Ministry of Health. They told me they cannot declare an outbreak of cholera here because it will affect the economy of the country. And now the LC1 has reported to you the numbers of deaths, so far 8. So we need to, Amuru doesn't have the capacity to handle all these situations. So these are things that we need to also think and help the people, because General Mbade, it affects trade. Most of these people who are here, these traders, have their family somewhere. And when they are affected, they will not do trade. Because when you ask them where is home, they will tell you. But they are here because of trade. So we need to think through. I'm happy the candidate for entrepreneur is here for such position. You have now seen what your traders are going through. So you should help and talk to right Prime Minister Kadaga here well about these things, so that you people discuss it at a strategic level to see that this problem is salvaged. The issues of security, the area is very peaceful because we always have cross-border security meetings with our friends from the Republic of South Sudan, and our relationship is cordial. Everything is moving on well. If there are problems, we always push, and Kampala and Juba has been always handling our issues. So these are things that we need to. Madam Ambassador, thank you very much for thinking about us. Every time when we cry, Amuru and the districts in Acholi sub-region, we have always got your backing. So we want to thank you very much. Since you are still around, we still need, there are things that my brother, the district chair, and the woman member of parliament will tell you. Amuru still need a lot of this kind of investment. When your colleagues visited this district, before I was here, when I was not yet transferred to Arua, there were many issues which were put before your office. And I think they will be able to pass it over to you. Finally, Right Honorable Prime Minister, you are the Minister for East African Affairs. We have been handling issues of nomadic pastoralists in this area. We have over 5,300 animals from the Republic of South Sudan. President Museveni did give a presidential executive order number 2 of this year. And we sent back these nomadic pastoralists. But again, many, over 1,000, have again crossed back to this country. We are aware that Uganda People's Defense Forces, their mandate is to protect territorial integrity. And oftentimes, we have been talking about having an interministerial committee to handle the issue of our borders. I think it is high time, as Minister of East African Affairs, to expeditiously handle this matter so that an interministerial committee is put in place to handle the border matters. And also engage with your colleagues from the Republic of South Sudan, because they did say their animal is not safe the other side. But what is important is to have an engagement, because we don't want to go into confrontational with these cattle owners. So colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much that the dream that we, the leadership of Amoro, my brother Honorable Lakony, you know, you promised that before you leave being LC5, you'll have the market. But you are not having the money. Now you have the money and you have the market. So I think it is my high time to invite you, the district chair, so that you come and tell people where you got the money and how you are going to say bye-bye to the people of Elegu with a good market. Because you were doubting Thomas, but finally government of Uganda has got money for you. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thanks be to God. It is a high time today, RDC, protocol-wise for you to have invited me. And I think you are now preparing me for a higher position than today. My name is Michael Lakony. I am the district chairperson, Amuru District Local Government. I am also a candidate for a member of parliament under NRM for Kelak South constituency. I am now, this is my last year as district chair. And my constituency is in Kelak South. This is in Kelak North. The Right Honorable Prime Minister, in the capacity of the First Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister present, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Denmark, our members of Parliament present, Trademark Africa. I really, in a special way, would like to thank you for all this arrangement. We transited from Trademark East Africa to Trademark Africa, and we are now realizing this dream. The European Union present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my traders, good afternoon. Good morning, it is yet morning. Before I proceed, I would like to introduce my district staff. Can the district staff rise up? They are led by the cow. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion. Can I introduce the district council members? These are the few district council members present. And I take the honor to introduce the LC3, or the mayor of this town. Protocol was that is our LC3 that will be in charge of this market. Can I introduce now the district, the town council councillors? The town council councillors. And now the traders. The chairman, I want to take the special honor, our chief guest, to introduce the landlord and the family that gave us this land. Can I take the honor to introduce the family of Tulio? Can you come forward? Madam Prime Minister, in 2009, when we came, this place was in the bush. There was no road that would lead us to this place. And we came to the family of Tulio. We came, we found majority of them were also displaced because this place was a place that was hosting LRA and was a war zone. During the time when cessation of hostility was signed by the negotiating team of the country in Juba, that led at least sanity to prevail in northern Uganda. And by that time, I was the district speaker of Amuru District Local Government. We sat in the district, we made a resolution, the district seconded some little money to appreciate the family, and now I take the honor to introduce these landlords, the landowners that gave us the land as Amuru District Local Government. We thank you so much for your kind gestures and really accepting to allow Amuru Local Government to come. And I would say the land was a halfway freely given because we only appreciated them. We have got 250 acres of land, and it is titled in the name of Amuru Local Government. And it is their family that offered the land to Amuru in 2009. In 2009, I was only a little boy. I was not yet 30 years. But I was a district speaker and transited into district chair. I am now going to parliament at the time when we are realizing the market. I thank you all. Do you have got anything? I think there's some letter written. We shall be in position to deliver to you. Thank you so much for your offer. Yeah, we will be in position to hand over to the Prime Minister to do this. Thank you so much for your kind gestures, for all this. I thought I would not be in position to end this before introducing them to you. And these are really distinguished people that offered the land. And we have got the land title. We started this process in 2018 when Amuru District Local Government signed an MOU with Trademark East Africa. And we signed this MOU in the Ministry of Trade when the late Ambassador Onen was still the PS for Ministry of Trade. Indeed, we transited from 2018 to date when with Trademark Africa. We are yet realizing one goal. When you did evacuation of our community members from South Sudan, majority of them had nowhere to go. We had to resolve in Amuru to host the community that were evacuated from South Sudan to the government land which we acquired, and it is titled in the name of Amuru District Local Government. We are not getting any money from them, but we allowed them to stay because it is the source of wealth, to allow them to do business here that will leave us really to live together and generate revenue from this place. And it was in 2018 when I made a proposal before Parliament through my members of Parliament that you, Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, confirm and establish Elegu into town council. Elegu town council elected its first councillors in 2021, and the Honorable John is the first LC3 and the councillors of Elegu town council. When we established Elegu, Madam Prime Minister, to date we have not received startup fund to operationalize the town council. It is only safe that we had got a store which we build for bulking our goods before we proceed to South Sudan. And that store was turned into office of the LC3. To date, Elegu town councils have not received an operational fund. So we would request to allow Parliament, and in a special way. When you see Elegu Town Council is hosting about 22,000 community, with all this, we do not have got any garbage collection equipment in Elegu. So the place is too filthy. When you move beyond this place, you'll find a filthy place because we do not have got any garbage collection equipment in Elegu. And since Elegu never received any startup fund, it is quite difficult to operationalize the town council, and it is quite difficult. As it is already stated about the flood, I think LC1 told you about the problem the flood is bringing. The RDC equally echoed on that. In 2020, when we had got the outbreak of COVID-19, Ministry of Health, through our request, started establishing Health Center 3 in Elegu. When you are supposed to move, up to now, since the procurement was done from center, the procurement, the contractor abandoned the site, and up to now, we could not follow because it is a hybrid procurement done from the center. Up to now, Elegu Town Council has got no health center. They are supposed to move 12 kilometers away from this place. We established Port Health in Elegu, but the Port Health has not been established and the structures is not recognized by the government. We only seconded some few staffs, about 13 from Amur local government, to operationalize the Port Health without formal structures. We would request, if you can, in all the border towns, establish a formal structures within the Port Health to really man the operation and to really see the health services within the place. As it is stated, the 22,000 community has got no primary school, government primary school, and they do not have got any secondary school. We do not want to raise hooligans in Elegu. We need a situation whereby their children are supposed to go to school. Even if they are getting money, they are also raising children. Daily where there's people, also reprocreation takes place. Since they are bearing children, there's nowhere to take these children. At the end of it all, it means we shall raise hooligans within the border. And yet this is a distinguished border within Uganda. We would like you to consider about this. And Elegu Town Council is a reception center for refugees. But up to now, there's no tangible benefit that comes from office of the Prime Minister to the hosting town council and the hosting district. We pledge our request to allow Amuru be considered in Dr. Deep project. They have given us green light that when the Dr. Deep starts in this phase, Amuru will be in position to benefit. But I wanted that though we have got doubt about whether Amuru would be considered in the Dr. Deep and any other project that comes in the office of the Prime Minister. When you don't consider Amuru, and yet this place is a refugees reception center, it means we are not considering about humanity of the hosting district and the hosting town council. And that is the reason, a moment when we have got outbreak in the country, the second spot is Elegu. When we have got an outbreak in South Sudan, we always get ready to receive the outbreak in Elegu. Because Elegu and Nimule, we are one. Sometimes our community go through this border and get the health services from Nimule. And vice versa, they come to get also services from Amuru. So we wanted in a situation, a special care, special consideration to consider about the health services, consider about the schools, consider about the flooding issue, consider about taking Amuru seriously in regard to refugees issues. I think, Madam Prime Minister, as you travel through the road from Gulu to Elegu, you felt the pinch of that road. So when you go back to Kampala, since we have got the ministry staff from road and transport, I think you felt it. Sometimes you stay in Kampala, you don't feel about our problem, but since today you travel from Amuru to Elegu, you found the potholes. You would even think that the road should not be tarmac. We should grade it all and it becomes a Maram road. Because it is worse being the tarmac road than even being a tarmac road. Even a rural road is better than the road coming from Gulu to Elegu. Since you have felt it, you should go in position to put Ministry of Works and Transport really in a great task to allow them repair or to allow you really second some money for this to move on. I thank you for coming to Amuru. I think Trademark Africa, I am grateful. Your Excellency Ambassador of Denmark, I gratify you for all what you have done, and European Union for seconding money. Not only for Elegu, you equally have got program for Amuru to tarmac a rural roads about 50 kilometers, which we have already approved in the district council, which road you should tarmac to allow the rural goods from the rural outskirts of Amuru to be brought to Elegu market. Elegu will become an epicenter for business in Uganda and in East African community. I thank you. Since I am now leaving being LC5, I'll be going to Parliament. I will only come here as a member of Parliament, also as a guest to Elegu now. I shall have already done a lot of work to the people of Elegu. I thank you for your reception. The traders we moved so far, sometimes you would get bitter on me, but I was really preparing you for a better place. And people who were too bitter on me that I was displacing you in this place, saying go this, even you went ahead to report me to Madame Kadaga during the time when she was a speaker. She called me, I explained to her the problem we have in Elegu, the preparation I have for you. And it is the right herself today for coming to grace this occasion to say we are really launching officially for a better market in Elegu. I appreciate you for coming. I wish you all the best. I know you historical. You're a distinguished lady. I know you mean business of doing your work. Since you have come, all what we have raised to you, you will be in position to consider it. And if we can also be there because I will also go in the 12th Parliament and be closer to you in Parliament. So we wish to work together as colleagues, but you're a senior colleague to me to work with me. I only say, since some of us we were in opposition, we crossed to government. And I took the flag. And Honorable Akol was also in opposition. We crossed to government. And we are now intending to work together with government. It is Honorable Lucy that we are having strategic agreement with her to allow her really move and work together with NRM so that we devolve Amuru. I thank you, European Union, Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Denmark, the Prime Minister, all distinguished guests, especially Trademark Africa. We had a doubting Thomas is around, but today they have seen, and I am grateful. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. May God bless you all for God and my country. Thank you so much. I take this single honor to now welcome our woman MP, Honorable Akelo Lucy, to address the distinguished guests. Thank you. Afoyo Matek.
Thank you, my chairman, the first deputy prime minister, Right Honorable Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, my former speaker, whom I'm very proud of. Allow me, in the interest of time, to respect the protocol that has already been established in the interest of time. I bring greetings to all of you who are from outside Amoro. You're most welcome to Amoro. I am Lucy Akelo, District Woman Representative, Amoro District. And Elegu is in Amoro. When I visited one of the banks, they told me, because these women challenged me and said, we don't have a bank. And they said, but our radar is reading that Elegu is not in Amuru. Today I want to put it very clearly that Elegu is in Amuru, and you banks, please come and work in Elegu. Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, before I say something, allow me to introduce my colleague. I saw her behind there, Honorable Brenda, the woman member of parliament for Kaliro. I think she has stepped out. I thought I would recognize her, but also in a very special way, without any prejudice, allow me also recognize my good friend, King Caesar. You may be surprised, but I have known him for a very long time. Chairman, my chairman has him. You love me. By the way, he is NRM and I am FDC, and we work very well, just like Mr. Lacon said. But I must tell you, I work very closely with very many NRMs, including His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. What Honorable Lacon did not tell you is our struggle to bring this health center, which has remained unfinished. Madam Right Honorable, it was a big struggle. During COVID, there was no single health center. We had to run after the minister. Actually, we ambushed her in Boma Hotel. And we said, we were not leaving until you give us an answer. And that is how we got this. I think they wanted to blindfold our faces so that she can run. They put up this structure and left. We have raised this issue several times. Even last week, the issue came. So they keep telling us there's no money, there's no money, there's no money. But there's money for other things, but not for finishing this health center, which is not fair. Madam, I want to thank you so much. We visited Arusha, the headquarters of East Africa Community. two names came out very strongly. Your name, as one of the key promoters of the East African integration, was very strong, and they said your presence in Arusha is causing a lot of changes, and they're seeing a lot of changes because of you, madam. I want to thank you so much. And I am not surprised that you could brave our bad road and come. I said, madam, you really have stamina. Last week, we were in Parliament almost quarreling over the issue of our roads. And I am happy that the first question that was raised, I am the one who raised regarding this road of ours, which has become a death trap. The Honorable Minister assured us that it is one of those roads on the priority list of government. It is on the record of Parliament that it is on the priority list. He even gave us the name of the contractor. I am going to go back and get the name of the contractor and hand it over to the leadership of Amuru, Elegu, so that they follow up this contractor. As members of Parliament, we would have raised your issues. Madam Speaker, you still remain my speaker. Right Honorable, I want to really appreciate you and bring greetings from your chairman of your sectoral committee, the Honorable Dr. Nsababuturo. I told him we are having a very big project today, and he said, oh, I would have loved to be here. Unfortunately, the information did not reach him as the committee of the East African Affairs Committee of Parliament, but he says I should bring you his regards so much. Lastly, in the interest of time, these women you see beautiful here, I have interacted with them. When they invite me, I come. But they have very many challenges. Today, as the woman MP, I am very happy and grateful to all our partners who have made this possible. These women suffer. At the East African level, there are so many programs that should actually come at the border level. And I ask you today that when these programs come, may it target these people directly. Can they come on the ground? Can they come on the ground and explain some of the laws that have been passed in Arusha? Interpret it for them so that they understand. And how can they benefit from some of these things? They are very hard-working people. Like the chairman said, they don't like to beg. They are better empowered and they get their own money. So I also challenge you, my brother King Caesar. I saw you giving lots of money to the entrepreneurship circle. These people, when you invest in them, it is a sure deal. Because Uganda is here. Uganda is here, East Africa is here. I want to thank you, our ambassador. I hear a lot of things, the ambassador to Denmark. I hear you are doing a lot of things for the refugee community. I am asking that you reconsider Amuru also. Lots of refugees come through Amuru. We bear the burden, but there is nothing that stays with us. I am asking that you reconsider and also come to Amuru and work with Amuru and support Amuru, especially in regards to the issues of refugee issues. I say all this for God and my country, and I want to thank you all. May God bless Amuru. May God bless Elegu. Finally, we shall shine and the world will know us. Thank you so much.
Can we appreciate the Honorable Lucy one more time, ladies and gentlemen? For you, Honorable. Right Honorable, the politicians are very difficult to manage when it comes to time. I can promise the politicians have finished. So, Right Honorable, you gave us a time limit. We will hit that time limit because the next speeches are going to be read. So this is the easier part. Right Honorable, as I invite Trademark Africa and our Deputy CEO, Alan, who is coming. Everyone has been talking about a market, but Right Honorable, it's not just a market. This is a climate resilient and gender responsive cross-border market project. It's all inclusive, and Right Honorable, to better speak to this is none than the key driver of this conversation, but our Deputy CEO at Trademark Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ms. Allen.
Thank you so much, Maurice. Watu wa Elegu hatujambo. Uriyo mabel. That's all I can say. Good afternoon to everyone. All protocol observed, Madam First Deputy Speaker, Madam Ambassador, Honorable Minister, Sana, our team lead from the EU, the members of Parliament, all protocols observed. I'm so, so happy to be here, and especially to you, the traders. Congratulations. Let me tell you, this market has been in the works for years. We thought of this market because we did the border post in 2014, we started. It was completed around 2016, 2017, the one-stop border. And people of South Sudan, we are coming. The border post is coming, so please be patient. I think with EU funding, they are going to do something on the other side. But we really, really wanted to do something for the people of Elegu, because every time we saw the market, we really cried tears because of the flooding and the fires. And so we thought we had it when we signed the agreement. Things were moving well, and then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, I must admit we lost hope, because all the money for infrastructure went. All our traditional donors moved away. We really thought it was not going to be possible. And then in 2020 to 2023, we started talking to Danida. And at this moment, I really want to make one of them stand up. And Madam Ambassador, I know you will stand up and make some remarks, but I think we need to recognize one lady, Margaret, please stand up. This market should be named Magera. This woman, Margaret, please stand up and they see you. She's a woman of God. She's a woman of faith. She really prayed and told us, let us look for this money. And let me tell you, she has put in so many hours to look for this money. And it's because of her, in convincing the ambassador, convincing the headquarters in Denmark, that we managed to get seed funding for this market. So please appreciate Margaret. And then when Margaret came, we didn't have enough money, because you know the situation here. We have to raise the market to ensure it doesn't flood. And then the EU, she was passionate. They started believing. They started asking. They started questioning. And then came Fiona. Fiona, please stand up. Fiona is a geologist, geothermal engineer. So she knows about water and engineering. She's the one who has really been advising us on how the market should be raised so that it does not flood again. Those two ladies, and I know the ambassador will speak and all, but those two have fought for this market. They have made it possible that we have almost $10 to $11 million to kickstart off the market. Thank you so much, the EU. Thank you so much, Danida. Thank you so much, Team Europe. And thank you so much to the local government, to you, Mr. LC Chairman, to that family that gave the land. It has made it easy. We don't have to compensate. We can actually start and construct the market. But most especially to you, the traders. After going through the market again this morning and seeing the flooding, the disease, we've had the numbers. This is not just a market. This is, as Maurice has said, gender smart and climate smart, gender sensitive and climate smart. I have been a fighter for women's rights for so many years. My mother was also a cross-border trader. She used to trade between Uganda and Rwanda, and then she used to trade between Uganda and Kenya, and that's how she paid our fees. We are 6 children. She paid school fees from trade, like yourselves. You're working hard to feed your families, to do business, to, you know, to sustain your economy and your community. But things are beyond us, the floods, especially the fires. But like Honorable Kadaga, we come together from the family of FIDA. We fight for women's rights in all forms, economic, social injustice, you know. I was the chairperson of FIDA. She has been the chairperson of FIDA and the founder of FIDA. And it's good that we meet in this space again, Honorable Kadaga. She has marched for women's rights in all forms. And at the ESC, whenever we have something, we go to her, we tell her we need to push this. Last week, I think I was with her as we were launching, her team as we were launching the East African Customs Bond, and now I'm also honored to be here with her as we launch this market that is going to impact over thousands of traders, most of whom are women. So what do we mean by climate smart and gender sensitive? And I know that others will talk about it, but this is likely to be the first market of its kind in Africa. I know it's the first in Uganda, but it's likely to be the first in Africa. We are incorporating so many things. We have looked at the data for the next 30 years, the weather data. How much rain is going to fall in Amuru over the next 30 years? How much sunshine is going to shine, you know, because it's so hot during the hot season. The fire burns, you know, the market and the gardens. So we have looked at all this data and tried to make sure that the construction is as climate responsive as possible, so that you'd never again have to face flooding. But we are calling on the government, and especially the local government. We are also calling on you, the traders, dispose the waste properly. We have looked at the drainage. A lot of it is waste that we can manage. As we try to build the market, we can work with you to work on better practices around waste management, cleaning the existing drainages. But of course, I know a lot more of work has to be done to actually build new drainages, even as we build here, to see that the old market is also reinforced to avoid flooding. And when we talk about gender sensitive, we are talking about all the women, just like my mother, that are really struggling. You wake up at 5 a.m. to look for food, to go and to the market. You leave your children. I see some of you are carrying your children because you want to make a better lifestyle for your family. And so the market is going to really cater mostly for women, but also men and also the disabled. So it's really inclusive. It's addressing all the issues of all the community, and it will also include so many other facilities. But the most important is that the local government has to take ownership. The wastage, the drainage, all this, I think we have to work hand in hand. And for us from Trademark, we do not just see this market as a market for Amuru or for this region, for South Sudan and Uganda. This market is actually serving Africa, if I may say. You saw the produce in the market. A lot of it is going to DRC. Some of it may even make its way to Chad, Central African Republic, you know, up north, the Sudan government as well. Down south, your market is serving the region. So we don't just see it as part of East Africa, we see it as part of a bigger African markets and African community. And I can assure you, when you have a first-class market, I think your trade is going to boom. For us at Trademark, we are happy to do this work with you. And as I close, I want to ask my team to stand up. Anna has been so diligent. I think when she joined us, she was expecting a baby, and she would have to do quite a lot of work. Your baby is 3 years, the time we have done, you know, working on this market. So that baby should also have a name, I think, Elegu. But Anna is our country director. You'll be seeing her a lot. There is Martin and Faith. And my God, that's age. Yeah, one of our team as well. I'm forgetting names at this age. These are the people who will be with you. And last but not least, Ambitious. Ambitious, we have worked with you. You're one of our best contractors. I'm saying it so that I can hold you to account. You've delivered for us Mahagi. You've delivered for us many other projects. And that's why we made sure we had to see how we work with you on Elegu. The people of Elegu are counting on you. The people of Amuru are counting on you. We are going to be very tough to ensure we deliver this market in 24 months that we have promised. I want to thank you all. I want to close by thanking the ambassador, by thanking the EU SANA and your team, and Honorable Minister and the first Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you so much for honoring us. We at Trademark are committed, and we are here with you. Thank you so much.
Can we appreciate our Deputy CEO, Ms. Allen Asimwe? Thank you very much, Trademark Africa. We will now quickly transition to our partners on this project. And representing the European Union, Ms. Sane will come and make a statement on behalf of the EU Head of Delegation. Can we receive the European Union, ladies and gentlemen?
Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Minister of Trade, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished representatives of the government, the private sector and civil society, of course, ladies and men of the market, the traders, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me and an honor to address you all, this audience, on behalf of the European Union. The European Union, a co-funder of this project. The Elegu cross-border market is a Team Europe initiative with one of our members, Denmark, well represented here, under the Global Gateway. The Global Gateway is a new European strategy to boost smart, clean and secure links in digital, energy, transport and trade across the world. In this context, I'd like to extend our sincere gratitude of the Danish Corporation in Uganda for their work in reducing both tariff and non-tariff trade barriers. Our appreciation also goes out to Trademark Africa, the implementing partner that just spoke. They have prepared this market, both in the hard and the software. The designs, as we have spoken about already, raising the market more than 2 meters so it will not flood anymore, but also the software preparation. And the software, it's a funny term, but it's you, working with local government, working with the traders on how should a market like this look like, what should be in the market, where should it be, how should we access it, what should be the size of the market. As we gather here today, it's mentioned before already, but it's worth reflecting a little bit more on why is this a climate resilient and gender responsive market. Last year, the European Union carried out a scoping study which indicated that 80% of the people in this market, the market out there that's now flooded like it's many months of the year, are women that are actually not able to cross into South Sudan. It's too dangerous, it's too long, the logistics of getting into South Sudan is too difficult. A risky journey from here to Juba is made only by some of you. Agricultural goods that are transported to the north, due to the flooding in the market, are severely affected by phytosanitary standards. Basically, what we heard, cholera and other diseases that break out with an unclean and inaccessible market. Therefore, in a country like Uganda, where South Sudan is one of the big markets and major export destinations, around $100 million per year, in informal trade, we're talking a lot about informal trade. We were at the border post, we didn't see mainly trucks, we mainly saw people walking across, and especially women traders. And this is precisely why the European Union has placed 12 strategic corridors in Africa to deepen the partnership between the European Union and Africa. This is at the heart of the Global Gateway strategy. One of those corridors is the corridor exactly that we're at now. The corridor that runs all the way from Cairo via Khartoum and Juba to Kampala. Indicating this corridor, Elegu Market is not a standalone project. It's part of a much wider strategy and many more initiatives taken by the European Union and its partners along the corridor. The reason, of course, to foster the trade from here to South Sudan, but also increasing the involvement of women and youth in the cross-border trade and pacify relations between cross-border communities. We know the situation you're coming from. We don't want to go in there again. It's only to improve this further. I'm therefore very pleased to announce that Team Europe has mobilized 41 billion Ugandan shillings for the construction of this market. The market doesn't only include the market itself. It includes indeed a large number of market sheds for 1,500 traders, but also a daycare center, an access road, and some other facilities. The number of women in this audience already shows who the main traders are. And the preparations, the thorough preparations has also shown that there are certain specific needs for female traders and youth traders. What we really like to emphasize is that building a market is important, but it's not enough. The same story as what we heard with the road, which is not in its best state at the moment. When this road was built, it was a perfect road. It really made it easier to come to Elegu, to travel to South Sudan, but also to trade, to develop along the road. The road we're looking at now is in a less ideal state. We definitely do not want the market to go that way. Therefore, we're very pleased with the intense collaboration between the traders, within the local community, within the local between the governments, to actually make plans and ensure that the market is well managed, that there's some income generated that can cover the cost of maintenance of the market, that can ensure that the waste is actually taken out of the market, that makes sure that the toilets will remain to be clean and operational. We would therefore very much appreciate to be here in a year or 5 years and see that it is a vibrant market that is clean, that's accessible, and where trade is only growing and growing. Along the infrastructure, the partners are also providing capacity building to the market traders on business development skills, but also capacity support for the border officials to reduce barriers that you still might face if you're moving into South Sudan with your goods. We heard the request for a bank that is not here. We're not a bank in ourselves, but we are establishing a cash facility for the traders in the market. Finally, the market will also entail some peace-building activities to promote and to ensure that the region stays safe and social cohesion between the different communities remains. In conclusion, the European Union remains committed to walking this journey with Uganda, and we look forward to the ideas, the partnership, and the momentum that is there today and that will continue to be there. The future of sustainable cross-border trade in Uganda is not just a possibility. We're working on it together now. Thank you very much.
Elegu market vendors, can we appreciate the European Union? Right, Honorable, I was just about to say clearly with the EU as friends, we can comfortably say money is coming. Money is coming. Colleagues, money is coming. But let's now invite our dear friend, Her Excellency the Ambassador of Denmark to Uganda. And we want to give her a warm Elegu welcome. Thank you so much. I'm told you've been practicing some bit of the local language. We are waiting to see how you're doing.
Well, thank you for that, Paul. Thank you, Mr. Mugisha. But yeah, Afoyo Matse, and that's all I know. Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Community Affairs, Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. Such an honor to be here with you again. And Honorable Minister of State for Trade, General Wilson Badari, very nice to be here with you as well. Honorable members of Parliament, district leaders and representatives from government agencies, the Deputy CEO of Trademark Africa, our friend Elena Simwe, the representative of EU delegation and our Team Europe Global Gateway partner, the Elegu business community, private sector, civil society organizations, and citizens of this beautiful area of Uganda. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for welcoming us. I am indeed very delighted to be here. It is my first time in Elegu, and it's a great honor to be part of this groundbreaking ceremony of the very long-awaited Elegu market. I wish to, in a very special way, thank the people of Elegu for enduring what we have both seen and heard, very difficult circumstances for your trade, and for being very patient, waiting for this day when we witness a project that will indeed change the face of trade in this region. I also want to thank and congratulate the government of Uganda and the district of Amuro, Elegu Town Council, Trademark, and the European Union. Denmark, as we have heard, has played a catalytic role in this project, but we are extremely grateful that the European Union has joined us in this important project and that we are partnering with the government and the people of Uganda to make sure that it becomes a success. A lot of work has already gone into this, and yet we are still at the very beginning, as I think we can see from the site just behind us. Before we go into the market, just a few words on what is at play and why we are here to support this. We know that global trade policies, food standards, and demands are changing. We know that climate change is very real in this part of the world, and it threatens trade. And we have a growing youth population that rightly demands more accountability and more innovative solutions to their livelihoods and the prosperous future. And for Denmark, it is a very big priority of our engagement here in Uganda to support initiatives that lead to job creation, economic growth, trade, and investment. And we see, and as we have heard, that regional trade and regional integration is a key part of ensuring this. We know that trade plays a central role for Uganda's inclusive growth and sustainable development, and that South Sudan is a critical market, especially for northern Uganda and especially for informal trade. Currently, this border is the leading trade route to South Sudan, and also, as we have heard, to the rest of Africa. Elegu border acts in many ways as a gateway for regional trade between Uganda, South Sudan, the East African community, and the rest of Africa. At the same time, increasingly, ensuring peace and stability in the Great Lakes region is critical for deeper economic integration. And at the same time, we know that increased regional trade can be an avenue for peace and stability in this region. Trade can dramatically create jobs, enhance consumer choice, improve livelihoods, and improve women's bargaining power in society. Trade can transform societies and transform relations. Who is coming with something? Hi. Do I dare to speak? Okay, I will continue with the fear of, yeah, okay. I think what I was saying is that trade can dramatically change your trade, the economic opportunities, but also the relationship between countries and in a region. While we know all of the prospects and all of the opportunities, we are also acutely aware of the challenges. We have heard it, and some of us just went to the market this morning to see the challenges of the consequences of climate change on economic activities and trade. They are very real, they're very tangible, and they're very evident in this part of the world. Specifically, we've seen how Elegu has regularly suffered from floods and fires, leading to business closure. We heard the stories of traders saying that at least 3 months of the year, the market is completely inaccessible. Of course, that affects your possibilities for income and your possibilities for planning your trade. Only 2 weeks ago, all the way in Kampala, we read about the large business disruptions and losses brought about the flooding that happened here. And part of the solution is to provide a climate resilient infrastructure that can withstand such harsh conditions. Beyond the challenges of climate change, the illegal small-scale traders also sell their products on the ground, posing a health hazard to both the sellers, the families, and the consumers. This also underscores the need to have infrastructure that allows the traders to have a decent and a clean place to trade. And finally, as we have both seen and heard, the majority of Elegu small-scale traders are women, and they are youth, and they are people living with disabilities. And these traders are the most vulnerable to the consequences of climate change and health hazards and the current instability in the trade space. So what can we do, and are we doing? It is evident that all these challenges must and will inform the policies, the interventions, and the intended results of our interventions. When deciding trade systems, it is important to respond to the demand of sustainability, climate resilience, and conflict reduction. And specifically, work at border posts such as this one is critical to foster peace, stability, and economic development in the entire region. We also know that formalization of trade is important in order for all stakeholders to see the true benefit of trade and invest in this. We see that we have all something to contribute, and I'm very happy that we have such a broad range of stakeholders present today, because we all have to play our role to make sure that this becomes the success in which it is intended to be. Sustained trade and development requires all actors to be actively involved. The public sector, the private sector, the financiers, the civil society, the communers, and the traders. For example, the public sector, the government, must foster an enabling environment for trade and collaboration. The private sector must be future-oriented and develop the right products to take advantage of the opportunities of long-term sustainability to enhance profitability. And together with civil society, we see that both the public and the private sector can partner in this area to develop innovative solutions to the local challenges that you know best are here. Denmark has been a proud partner of Uganda for more than 30 years. And for over a decade, we have supported trade initiatives in Uganda through our long-standing partner, Trademark Africa. We have helped support trade facilitation and improve market access. Throughout our collaboration, Denmark has pursued an objective of promoting free trade, economic opportunities, and stronger livelihoods in East Africa. And our collaboration has focused on very practical interventions, some of which we saw this morning. Reducing trade costs, improving digital trade systems, and strengthening compliance with international standards. Denmark's continued collaboration with Trademark Africa and our support to the Elegu market is part of our larger country program in Uganda. We signed the program with the government of Uganda for 2023 to 2028, currently providing an estimated 650 billion Uganda shillings to Uganda. Our current trade support encompasses the construction of this new climate-resilient border market here in Elegu, but it also supports the accreditation of the regional UNBS testing labs, one just near here in Gulu, and support to Uganda's compliance to the EU deforestation regulation to ensure exports of Ugandan products to the European market. The Elegu cross-border market is designed to be climate resilient, flood-proof, fire-resistant, and inclusive of women, youth, and persons with disabilities. The market will enable adaptation to extreme weather conditions, leading to enhanced trade and improved livelihoods in the region. And in addition, the market will ensure clean water, health points, and childcare, allowing for stronger inclusivity and health improvement. Now, the plan is to house up to 1,500 traders in the new market. We know that there are many more traders at the Elegu border, and therefore it is our hope and intention that this market is a starting point for more infrastructure development in this region. These efforts all showcase Denmark's firm belief that trade must be future-proof. It must be climate resilient, inclusive, and aligned with global standards, and we continue to look for ways of supporting Uganda in this regard. As we look forward, Denmark will continue to be committed to economic development and trade facilitation in this region. Trade is not only, as I said, a driver of economic growth. It's also a cornerstone for resilient livelihoods and sustainable development. And we commend the government of Uganda for playing a key role in the economic integration agenda of the East African community. The support of the government of Uganda to the Elegu market is a strong testament to this. And we thank the European Union and the government of Uganda for co-funding this project, and our long-standing partner Trademark Africa for steering it. We also thank the traders and the local communities for your continued support. And as I conclude, I want to remind us all that this is really only the beginning. We need to continue and strengthen our working together across all sectors to strengthen trade systems that create real opportunities for farmers, women, youth, and businesses. We believe that our joint investments in infrastructure, in trade standards, in green trade and inclusion will contribute to this. And I thank you very much for your attention and your participation. Thank you.
Your Excellency Foyomatek, since that's the one word we both share, can we appreciate Her Excellency the Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen? I'll now request, Right Honorable, we just have one more item before we invite the Honorable Minister, who will address us and then invite you. I'll ask that we turn to the screens. We have a very short video that really shares the story of Elegu market and where we are at this moment. So let's turn to the screens, ladies and gentlemen.
No any business. Just you came morning, just you sit. Because here now people can see, also you people you see. It's not good, it's not looking like a market even.
Ekisooka amazzi ge bayita onyama bwe gajja wano wafuuka nnyanja.
People defecate in caveras, there are no proper public toilets around, people don't use them.
Tetulina we tuwa kasaasiro, katale tulina obukyafu bungi nnyo, kyova olaba Nikolo yatukutte lwa bukyafu bwe tulina mu katale kano akakadde.
Elegu, a bustling gateway, a lifeline for trade between Uganda and Southern Sudan. For years, this vital cross-border market has been a testament to human resilience. But it has also been a battleground. A battle against the relentless forces of nature and the silent threats of inadequate infrastructure.
Most times when Elegu floods, you find even the fecal matters get mixed up with the water. So that means water, safe water, is a problem during season of flooding. Cases like cholera normally come up whenever there are issues of flooding. The continuous floods have been creating so many losses to their businesses or property, and Not only that, there are environmental and health challenges that comes with this.
Geographically, Elegu sits in a low-lying area, making it highly susceptible to the relentless fury of the Unyama River. With each rainy season, devastating floods sweep through the market, washing away goods, destroying infrastructure, and shattering the dreams of hard-working traders.
The Elegu cross-border market is an initiative that Trademark Africa has taken up with its donors, which is the Royal Danish Embassy, Kampala, and the European Union. This market is very, very pertinent for us because the market is located at the border community of Uganda, South Sudan in Elegu. This is a major trade corridor for Africa. It is serving South Sudan at the border of Nimole on the South Sudan side. If you have been to Elegu, and what we know about it is that it is a flood-prone area. It also faces a lot of harsh environment. That means it has very hot seasons, and then during the rainy season, as we have right now, it floods.
Amataba gatwisa ubi nnyo ddala era gatutwalira ennaku nga tetukola.
Beyond the floods, poor sanitation and inadequate waste management have historically plagued Elegu, creating a fertile ground for disease outbreaks.
We are currently experiencing probable cases of cholera outbreaks, and so far we have around 134 cases that has been confirmed with rapid diagnostic tests. From 2nd of July up to today, 23rd of July, we have a total cases, cumulative cases of 334, and we have created a treatment center at BBL Center 3, and these probable cases are coming from Elegu Town Council, a place called Lorico Village. So we are trying to manage them, but we are waiting for support from government and also declaration that this is really an outbreak.
Such outbreaks not only threaten public health, but also severely disrupt trade, impacting the movement of goods and people and imposing immense financial burdens on an already vulnerable community.
The Elegu cross-border market is one of our key projects under the Global Gateway strategy. Global Gateway is the new European strategy connecting different countries in Africa, but also connecting Europe with Africa. Under the Global Gateway, the European Union has selected 12 strategic corridors. These corridors are basically connections between different countries throughout the continent, connecting on a road basis, but also connecting trade, also connecting digitally, also connecting energy. So along these corridors, there's one corridor, Corridor 11, that runs from Cairo to Khartoum, to Juba, all the way to Kampala. And on this corridor, the Elegu cross-border market is one of the key programs.
Choosing this region is very natural for us. We also then saw how challenged the Elegu border market was in terms of the fragility towards climate change effects, droughts, floods, fires, disrupting the business opportunities in the area, and learning how it particularly disrupts the activities of the informal traders, the women, the youth, people living with disabilities, and having the strong vision of wanting to support Uganda in a inclusive growth and job creation. It made a lot of sense for us to go in and invest in a border market like this. It also supports our ambition for a greener, more prosperous and more just Uganda. And we have a very strong wish to work both closely with the government of Uganda and together with the European Union as a global gateway partner. So in many ways it was a lot of good intentions coming together as a good rationale, I think.
But a new chapter is unfolding in Elegu. with co-funding from the European Union and the Embassy of Denmark in Uganda implemented through Trademark Africa, Uganda is building its first climate resilient and gender-responsive cross-border market. This ambitious project is designed to transform Elegu from a place of vulnerability to a beacon of resilience and empowerment. Spanning 11.5 acres, the new market will host up to 1,500 traders and incorporate a suite of innovative solutions.
We are having a market which will cater into aspects of drainage, climate resilient aspects include also matters of controlling floods. We have cleared vegetation on natural soil. We are going to treat it with hardcore, what we call damp rock. Then we put refined drainage layer and we backfill, and then we'll put the market. We are going to channel all the drainage water from the market into the existing drain, eventually heading into part of the drainage system of the Nyama River, which forms the border. So the market itself is going to cater for drainage in aspects that there will be no flooding in the market.
The construction of the market is a robust one. When you look at the plan, it is a robust one. And that is why they call it climate resilient and gender responsive market, because it will cater for the construction itself, will cater for the floods. It is going to be raised about 2.5 meters, which is be above actually when even it floods like nothing.
So the market itself is going to take a period of 24 months construction, and so far, given the mobilization we have done, the equipment we have and the materials, and given that the financing is guaranteed, we are confident we shall construct this market within this time.
Trademark Africa has shown that it has the capacity to thoroughly prepare new projects. On both sides, on the infrastructure side, so the hardware, by having proper pre-feasibility, feasibility studies and designs of the market. So with these preparations, we trust that this project will be successful and sustainable in the long run.
Again, we have spent a lot of time in the design to ensure that the market adapts to the climate of Elegu. But we've taken into consideration all that we need to ensure that the market does not flood, and also that it doesn't disperse the flood into other areas. We have engaged, of course, the design team had a lot of conduct studies. We also had a climate expert come and look at this. We've worked with NEMA and the whole technical working committee to ensure that the market will be market resistant. We have water harvesting from the rooftops. We'll have tanks underground and surface level tanks. We'll also ensure there is water by national water, but as a backup, we're also going to have borehole. This is again to take care of in the dry season when it's very, very hot, when there is no water in Elegu, that the market can still operate using the best standards and the best practices.
To boost agriculture trade and reduce post-harvest losses, a dedicated grain handling facility will be established in the Elegu market. This facility will support quality control and proper storage, which preserve the value of the grain. Improving efficiency and reducing waste will empower farmers and traders with greater market access, higher earnings, and stronger links to regional value chains.
In Amoro district, we are predominantly agricultural district. And being agricultural district, all the produce from the various places, which stands in the pillar number 1 of the Paris Development Model. That is production, industrialization, value addition, and market. So this very project will really fit in the pillar number 1, and it will make us to boost the production since the market will be there.
This project just isn't about buildings, it's about people. A crucial component in the gender analysis study that informed the market's design, ensuring it directly addresses the unique needs and challenges faced by women traders.
Obviously, a well-built market in the first place, but a well-built market is definitely not enough to see it as a success. So yes, it has to be functioning, It has to have the right infrastructure, but even more importantly, it has to have the right management and maintenance. So the traders, the local government, the authorities have to be on board to continue the operation of the market.
And now when you look on statistics, almost about 70 to 80% of the business persons in Elegu are women.
We are establishing the care center for the children, but again, we're ensuring that the women traders are really part of the management of the market. We're doing this again using softwares which we started already to establish a market management committee and a charter that will guide the management of the market in Elegu. We are doing capacity building on that to ensure that the market leaders are all on board to be able to manage the market together with the local government.
Denmark, together with the European Union, together with the government of Uganda, we will ensure frequent monitoring of the project to ensure smooth implementation, but also to ensure transparency and accountability. And in that, one of the things that's important for us is a continued stakeholder engagement at the local level, so that we ensure that the district authorities, but also the community around it, is engaged, also to enhance the possibilities for accountability and transparency.
But in the bigger picture, we look at the increase of trade. Higher trade numbers, more efficient trade across the border, reduction of the conflicts, and obviously we intend that this trade, especially led by women, leads to better development in the region, more income to the families, more resources for social services, etc. So the wider development perspective is served by starting off with a market and increased trade numbers in the region.
The model for the markets, for the border market, is one that should be replicated in several areas. I know the Ministry of Trade had a border export zone model, and this helped to establish some border markets, but more needs to be done. We're hoping that, one, not just that policy of having a market at the borders is replicated, but also to see what other incentives can we put across the markets.
All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, can we appreciate Trademark Africa and the partners? And that's the future, Right Honorable. And without wasting any more time, I want to take the singular honor to invite the Honorable Minister of State for Trade, General Wilson Mbadi, to come make his statement, and later invite you as our chief guest to make your statement. Can we warmly welcome the Minister of State for Trade?
The Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, the Ambassador of the Danish Embassy in Uganda, and the representative of the European Union, the Deputy CEO Trademark, the honorable members of Parliament who are here, our brothers from South Sudan. Incidentally, I didn't see any ladies there. The Amuru local government leaders, our development partners, the traders, community leaders, media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. My name's General Wilson Basumbadi. I am the Minister of State for Trade in the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. And I bring greetings to you from my senior minister who is not able to be here because he went to look for other markets in Egypt. Kopango. Itiema Bell. Marach. Itakuwa mzuri. Apoyo teach. Right, Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister. First of all, I'm happy once again to come here to be present when the Elegu Climate Resilient and Gender Responsive Cross-Border Market is being launched. Incidentally, like you, I happen to be present when there are major interventions in Elegu. First, as a division commander of 4th Division here, I think my RDC there can witness, can testify when we used to have cross-border insecurity issues here. So we would come and sit here, I think at the police station there or at the barracks in Bibia to make sure that there is peace and security here. And you heard the chairman or the outgoing chairman talking about this area having been infested by LRA, meaning that without peace there cannot be trade. The second time was when we had COVID. COVID, again, I was part of the National Task Force on the COVID, so I came here because Elegu was the epicenter of COVID in northern Uganda here. So I came here to talk to the leaders so that we can intervene effectively. The third time is after I had just been appointed minister and the Right Honorable Prime Minister brought concerns that cross-border traders were facing, not only here, but in other areas like Busia, Malawa, and so on. So my first visit of what they call the one-stop border points was here. And so this flooding issue, the market, the health center, and so on, it made part of my report back home. And when I went, I told the people of Elegu that government will solve this problem either using its own funds or they will talk to their friends to solve the problem. And I'm happy that the Danish Embassy and the European Union, our long-time friends, have again been handy. And so, Right Honorable Prime Minister, I'm therefore very happy to be here, to be part of your team when you are breaking ground for this Elegu market, which we think will be a very major step towards transforming trade in this area of the country. Secondly, Right Honorable, I want to thank you for remaining committed to the cross-border traders' concerns. Not only here, we have been having meetings together, and I am happy that the problem with Elegu has come to pass, although what is happening, local government, like they said, has to do more, but also the central government. Elegu, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very important to our country because it is the gateway to our northern neighbor, brothers and sisters of South Sudan, and the strategic node on the northern corridor. Because every day, hundreds of traders, formal or informal, cross this border to engage in business that sustains livelihoods, connects our communities, which were unfairly demarcated without consideration of how close they were to each other, but also contributes significantly to our national economy. I saw in a small booklet that I was given about the fact, they call it a fact sheet. They are recording 220 million US dollars annually, but I think probably it depends on the source and whether also you considered the informal trade. But for us, we think it's about 500 million US dollars going through this border here, worth of goods traded through this border, including maize, rice, beans, cement, sugar, steel, and other essentials. And much of them, like it was said by some previous speakers, traded by our women and the youth. Elegu border market has been part of the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives' broader strategy to develop border markets as engines of trade facilitation, regional cooperation and integration, and socio-economic transformation. And therefore, through the construction of a modern market like is being talked about here, it has already been described what it will be like, including a child care center, something like that. We are not only providing safer, more organized environment for trade, but also empowering women, youth, and the small-scale traders who form the backbone of cross-border trade. I therefore want to appreciate the generous support of the European Union and the Royal Danish Embassy, and in partnership with the Trademark Africa, because we are building a market that will transform the way business is done here. This market will have permanent stalls where traders can work safely and comfortably, proper drainage to end flooding, sanitation flood facilities to protect health, storage facilities to keep goods secure, and dedicated section for small-scale traders so that no one is left behind. That's why it's called inclusive. This is more than just building infrastructure. It is also a foundation for opportunities, dignity, and economic growth. I therefore want to thank our President for his unwavering commitment to the peace, stability, and infrastructure development. It is this stability ushered in by the national resistance government that has created the environment where trade can grow and where we can now invest in projects like this one. Without peace, there cannot be trade, because money fears insecurity, and without security, there cannot be economic transformation. I also want to thank Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister for your commitment to finding solutions to the concerns of border communities who are mostly traders. But I also want to thank you for finding time to come and grace this occasion with your presence despite your busy schedule. This project is obviously part of our broader national effort under the 4th National Development Plan to fully monetize our economy and through trade create jobs, increase household incomes, and grow our exports. This therefore helps us to implement one of our government policies of economic growth, which is export promotion through value addition. It also reflects the NRM government's commitment to creating wealth, adding value to whatever we produce, and moving our people from subsistence to a money economy. Beyond the physical infrastructure, government is working closely with the Trademark Africa on trade policy reforms to improve Uganda's business environment, ease the movement of goods and services across our borders, and open new markets for Ugandan products. Their support in establishing one-stop border points cannot be underrated in the promotion of cross-border trade or facilitating trade, because these border posts have been very, very critical in removing delays of clearance and also making quick movement of persons, goods, and services. To the people of Elegu, who will be beneficiaries of the market whose groundbreaking we are engaging in today, I urge you to protect this market, and like other people said, keep it clean and ensure it is used for its intended purpose. To our traders, especially the women who face unique challenges in cross-border trade, this market is designed with you mostly in mind, you have heard. Let us work together to eliminate the barriers that hinder your full participation in trade. And to our development partners, your continuous support towards Uganda's trade facilitation agenda is deeply appreciated. Trademark Africa, the Danish Embassy through Danida, the European Union, and we will continue to bring other requests to support, to conclude establishment of such markets or one-stop border points in several other areas. For example, the one-stop border point here is not fully operational because our brothers on the other side don't have such a facility, and so we can't run it 24 hours. Obviously, that affects the speed at which our goods and services can be cleared. Let me conclude by once again thanking all those who have contributed to the planning and execution of this project, especially the technical staff of the Ministry of Trade, Amuru District leadership, the project engineers, our partners, and so today we lay the foundation for something that will outlive all of us. I think it is the ambassador of the Danish ambassador who mentioned about them studying what the weather patterns will be like in 30 years' time, and I doubt that we will be here, some of us, in 30 years' time. That's why I'm saying this market will outlive us here. And this market will serve our traders, our farmers, entrepreneurs for generations to come. May God bless this project, and may God bless all of you who are going to benefit from it for God and my country. Allow me now at this juncture to take this singular honor of inviting the Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister to speak to this audience. Thank you very much for listening. Apoyo Matek.
Good afternoon. Is it working? Good afternoon. Please take your seats. My Minister of State for Trade, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Denmark, Representative Mr. Jan Sadek, and give him my regards. Give him my regards. The district leadership here of Amuru, members of Parliament, our delegation of South Sudan, our distinguished invited guests, and all the traders. Thank you for coming for this very important occasion. And personally, I'm happy to be back in Elegu. This is the second time I've been here. So I'm happy to be back to see progress in this area. Last time I came, I was heading to the border for a bilateral meeting with my counterpart. And we passed, first of all, we used the road. It was very stressful. Then we arrived here at the market. What I saw in that market, I do not want to look again. I think we arrived when it was flooding. It was a very, very bad sight. So I left depressed. Then I went to the South Sudan border at Nimule, where I found an incomplete one-stop border post. It's incomplete. That's why my minister talked about the difficulty in running a 24-hour service. And when I went back, I wrote the Minister of Works about the road. I wrote the Minister of Local Government about the market. I also wrote to the Secretary General of the ESC about the one-stop border post. And I think Trademark East Africa, I think I wrote to them as well to say I would really be happy if you could complete the border post at Nimule to ensure that things are moving. But having said that, let me just thank the Chairman LC1. Thank you so much for your message. You are very clear. And I want to thank you and the people of Elegu for continuing to support the NRM government, notwithstanding what has been going on here. So thank you so much, Chairman and your people. When I went to the border, the leaders talked to me about the port health. I don't recall that they talked to me about the incomplete hospital. So what I went to work on was the port health, because I was told that the ministry had not sent officials to work on the to work at the border. I do hope that was done, but that's what I remember most about the health facility. But now I've heard what you have said. I'm also going to follow up with that minister on the incomplete health facility. Of course, a big matter of concern that we have no schools. All these people have children, so we must have schools. And as the town council, you're entitled to a secondary school. So I'm going to write the Minister of Education about this to ensure that these are done. Now the flooding, you the engineers, can someone explain to you what you're going to do? Because, okay, they're building a market, but it's not just the market. I think the whole area is flooding. Where are the engineers? Who can tell me, what are you going to do about River Unyama? Because I've been told. Please, can you explain to us and these people, what are you preparing to do about River Unyama? You go there and explain. Minister of Works, please, don't hide. And Nema, where are you? Nema. I heard there was Nema here. Nema, come out. Don't hide. Don't hide. You tell these people what you are going to do.
Honorable Prime Minister, indeed, as an institution, the issue of climate was considered in the design of this market in such a way that the foundation would allow the water to seep so that when this water comes in, definitely it will not just flood around the market, but also in terms of the drainage. It was designed in such a way that it would be able to accommodate the volumes of the water that would be able to come when there is flooding.
No, I'm not just talking about the market. I'm talking about the other members. I've heard what they're going to, what is going to be at the market. I want to know the other residents who are not in the market, who suffer from floods. That's what I want to hear.
Now, there has been discussion, and the Ministry of Water and Environment is handling that matter of straining the river so that it would actually, when they strain it, it would actually stop flooding and going beyond the banks. Ministry of Water is handling that.
Is there anybody from water here? No? Okay, let me instruct my officer, Commissioner Ojara, to follow that up. I don't want to come back here and hear that the market is fine, but the other residents are not okay. That's not fine. Yes, Minister. I hear when the Minister of Trade came, he came with some officers. Come, don't hide, you come. You are here to work.
Right Honorable Prime Minister and my Minister of Trade, the issue of flooding has been raised over the years, and I think slightly before COVID, we did a flood mitigation plan, which is available. Now what we need to do, Honorable Prime Minister, that we have this kind of framework, and the good officers of the Trademark Africa and the donors who have helped us with the money, we need to come together with Ministry of Works, Ministry of Water, and look at this flood mitigation plan and look for funds to implement it. It is there, it only lacks funds for implementing. Thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister.
How much? Billion.
Right Honorable Prime
Still.
Minister, I'll share it with your office, and maybe you can coordinate a team from those ministries, we
Okay.
sit together and have it implemented.
They are not convinced. No, but whatever it is, it has gone on for too long. It has gone on for too long. I need to salvage these people. So we shall take it up. Now I'm surprised that the Minister of Health does not want to declare an emergency concerning cholera. I'm going to take up on it because she's fond of declaring even when there are small things. So I'm surprised that she has not seen this one at Elegu. Yes, if they don't want to declare, let them come and pay attention so that our people don't die of cholera. I've also had the issue of the nomadic pastoralists, 5,300 animals. I think we shall pass it on to the concerned authorities to handle. And they are proposed a interministerial committee. Let's go back to Kampala and take that up. Now, I want to thank is it Tutio family? Tufio? Tulio. The Tulio family, I want to thank you so much for donating land. And I've told my officer to get the name of the head of the family so that you get a medal of recognition on independence. So Ojara will get in touch with you so that I put in a proposal for you to get a medal to recognize you for supporting the work of the people of Uganda and the government of Uganda by donating the land. But I also hope one day you not wake up and take it back. You know, in other places, when generations change, the grandchildren say, we don't know you. Get your things off our land. So I hope that is for good. Startup funds for the new town council, I'm going to take that up as well. You are operating in a store. This is a scandal. You shouldn't be in a store. Now, Madam Ambassador, I think for me today's request to you is that you support the Ministry of Local Government to supply garbage trucks to all the town councils in Uganda. Because wherever I go, people ask me to buy. I can't afford them. Even in my own constituency, I have got 6 town councils. So they've all asked me, Madam, buy a garbage truck for us. So for me, if you could help us on that area, support all these town councils to get garbage trucks, you would have made a big contribution to the health and well-being of the people of Uganda. Now, concerning the refugees, I will also inform Minister Onek to take an interest in this, but also the EU because you support us on the refugee issues. But still on that one, I've been complaining for a long time that the presence of refugees, which is not bad because they are relatives, but they are being in these places cause a lot of damage to our roads. First of all, the roads are not made for those huge trucks which bring relief. So whenever the trucks come, they damage our roads and then go away. So I've been asking, why doesn't the international community, in addition to the food, support us do those roads? Because they are damaged because of the work we are doing for you. We are doing that work for United Nations. So I hope that you can take that into account and give us support to maintain our roads, especially the rural roads. Now, I've been told that this Gulu Nimere Road, Elegu Gulu Road, which took me so much time this morning, has been designed. You man of works, you go out there and say it yourself. Go to the microphone and say it yourself.
Sit.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, I'm Engineer Joseph Chonkamuchibi. I'm the Assistant Commissioner in charge of urban roads in the Ministry of Works and Transport. I'm standing in for the minister who has sent me to represent him. And concerning Nimule Road, the team has seen the potholes that are there in, and we have designed for that road. But meanwhile, we are going to use force account to address the potholes that are there so that the road is moving.
When?
I have consulted my fellow assistant commissioner, and he has told me that the work is in progress to start immediately.
Who is the contractor?
Honorable Prime Minister, the work is going to start as per the information I've got from the Assistant Commissioner in charge of rehabilitation.
So I'll expect a report from you in 1 month. I want a report from you and your minister in 1 month about commencement of that road. Let me welcome the members who have joined the NRM, Mr. Lakonyi and your team. Welcome. Now, concerning the women cross-border traders, ever since I came to the ministry, I've tried to visit as many borders as possible. I've not completed everywhere, but I know that we have a very strong association, especially headed by Madam Mariam Babu. I've talked to my officer, and she will soon be coming to meet you, the cross-border women of Elegu, to understand your problems. But still, having said that, Madam Ambassador and your team, on the continent of Africa, 70% of the informal trade is by women, 70%. So we really need to pay attention to these women and their issues. Trademark Africa, yes, thank you for what you have done for our people. Thank you, EU, for the 11th corridor. And yes, the other thing I wrote about when I came was the bank. Because when I came here, they told me we are all traders, but we have nowhere to bank. And it's very risky, it's dangerous. Everybody has got money, People can kill themselves because they all know they have money. But I've not heard from the Minister of Finance to whom I wrote. I wrote the Minister of Finance about the need for a bank here, but he hasn't answered. So I think we need to remind him again about that issue. Thank you for the cash facility in the market, but I don't know whether it's for everybody. Of course, we are going to get jobs. We are going to get a lot of economic activities. I know that my young people here are going to be employed in building this facility. They're going to earn income. Ambitious, don't bring people from Kampala. Use the local people here to do the work and earn some money. The cooking contracts give to the women. These women can cook food for the building site. I think it's also something we need to do. Thank you for the facility. I'm particularly happy about the daycare centers. For about 10 years, we made a resolution in Parliament that any market constructed must have a daycare center. So I'm happy that the daycare centers are here. You know, I saw a baby here who is also in the market. She has come to witness the occasion. These children suffer very much, and the women also suffer. So I'm glad that the daycare centers are there to support our people to be able to do their work. Now, I think I've responded to the issues raised by the leaders. Let me just speak a bit more. Of course, you have been told how strategic this border post is. And again, I want to thank the Royal Danish Embassy and the EU delegation for this support. I want to thank the family of Tutu and the Moro local government for giving us the land. And I want to thank the Minister of Trade for their support in this endeavor. What I want to ask the people for Elegu and South Sudan to do, you know, we've talked about peace in this region. You must guard this market. You must make sure the border is peaceful, because it's where you earn. So I hope that both the people of Uganda and those of South Sudan will ensure that there is peace in this area so that they can make money and get rich. You need peace in this area. Now, there was also a message from Reverend Banja, because many of the things which are in the speech have already been said, but she wants to say thank you to Trademark Africa and our development partners for this support. Today, with this new cross-border market, we are launching a new era of resilience, opportunity, and prosperity. This project will do the following. Flood mitigation will be achieved by raising the market site above flood levels and reinforcing drainage systems, ensuring that the market operates year-round. Modern inclusive infrastructure, you have been told about the vendor stalls, restaurants, daycare centers, banking halls, quality sanitation, climate smart features such as solar power, paving, grain storage, waste management, and quality control. I hope there is also refrigeration facility. Refrigeration, cooling system, I hope it's there. Of course, it's gender sensitive and also good for the people with PWDs. And I hope that the trade will go up beyond 30%, eliminate non-touch barriers, improve livelihoods. So this, you people for Elegu, this is your market. You guard it, you own it, use it to transform your households and communities. As government shall continue prioritizing infrastructure, eliminate trade bottlenecks, and ensure that Uganda remains a beacon of regional integration and socio-economic resilience. Let us build a market that stands not just as concrete and steel, but as a symbol of transformation. A place where trade thrives, where women and persons with disabilities find space and voice, and where communities rise from poverty to prosperity. I now have the honor to officially break ground for the construction of the Elegu climate resilient, gender responsible cross-border market. Together, let's build Uganda for God and my country. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we warmly receive the chief guest statement? Thank you very much, Right Honorable Prime Minister. Right Honorable, we have just two asks. The one ask is that shortly the team will lead you and the Honorable Minister and our ambassadors and Trademark Africa to the official groundbreaking ceremony that will happen here just behind where I am standing. But before that, we'll have a group photo right here near the track. And I want to now humbly request all the other dignitaries, with the exception of the Prime Minister, to move ahead of the Prime Minister so we can actually dress you, so you can look like you are at the site and on the site, because this is an official groundbreaking and we will observe all the occupational safety and health standards. And so I'll request our ambassadors, our trademark team, and the district leadership, including our woman member of parliament, to make their way. You'll be formally dressed, and then we will have our photo with the chief guest, and thereafter she will officially groundbreak this landmark milestone here in Elegu. Members of the media will allow for the cameras to ensure that everyone can see what is happening. You don't have to move where you are. Right Honorable, there will just be two pictures, the picture with the key partners and the picture with the Elegu women. There's 10 women who have been picked to represent our women vendors. If we could have the 10 women come closer, so that when that moment comes, you're ushered to the photo. The 10 women vendors that have been picked, and I'll ask my colleague to coordinate that. The protocol teams ensure that all our delegates, dignitaries are formally dressed, and then we'll have the photo moment first with the chief guest, and thereafter we'll have a photo with the women vendors. There's 10 women vendors who have been picked to represent the other women vendors, and thereafter the chief guest will officiate at the groundbreaking of the Elegu Climate Resilient and Gender Responsive Cross-Border Market Project. Protocol team, let's manage the women. The women, please wait, just hold there. Just don't go too far, women. Women, please hold there. Don't reach. For you, you're not going to be dressed, women. You'll stay in your outfits, all right? So the women first wait. Let's have the official photo first. Allow for the journalists to get a good picture. Our women vendors, allow for the journalists to get a picture. And the women vendors, these are enough. We don't need any others because the place is small. The rest of us will turn to the screen to witness what's happening. Our chief guest will now very shortly have a photo with our key stakeholders. I'll ask the protocol team to manage that. Ensure that all the stakeholders are there, including the district leadership and of course Trademark Africa. We want to appreciate the Embassy of Denmark and the European Union for working with Trademark Africa and supporting this initiative of the Elegu Climate Resilient and Gender Responsive Cross-Border Market Project. We want to appreciate this staff of the East African Community Affairs Ministry who are here supporting Trademark Africa in this initiative. This is our photo, and we'll allow for the camera persons to ensure that everyone is appearing in this photo. Cameramen, ensure you can indicate the official photographer. So we know where the official photographer is. Yes. After this, Right Honorable will allow the women to join you after this photo. The women, Right Honorable, the women can join. Yes, women vendors. Only those who are in front there, please. Only those who have come. Protocol, please manage so that we ensure. Yes, this is better. So we have at least everyone. Cameramen, if you can allow to move back. Cameramen, if you can move back to allow for photos. Cameramen. Protocol, please support the cameraman to ensure everyone is captured in this picture. Those with phones, please, you could also move back a bit to allow for the official photographers to get the best picture. All right. So shortly, the chief guest will now officiate at the official groundbreaking where she will flag off the contractor, Ambitious, to kickstart this project. And at that point, I will ask that we join our chief guest in supporting her, appreciate our partners and stakeholders for getting us thus far. Thank you, women. If we can come back to our seats. Women vendors, please come back. All the women vendors, please come back. Anybody who is not meant to be there, please come back. Protocol teams, can we ask everybody to come back? Protocol, can you ask everyone to come back to their seats except our stakeholders who are going to officiate at the groundbreaking? Our women, please come back. Women, come back. The women vendors, please come back. Any other non-essential staff, protocol, please ask them to come and take their seats. We will see what is happening on the screen. All right. This was on a special request, the councillors of Elegu. We want to appreciate them, and that's the photo you see being taken. Thank you very much, councillors. You can now come back to your seats. All right. So we'll allow for protocol to manage the next stage, which is our chief guest. Our chief guest will now flag off the contractor. We have one other request. Our landlords, please. We have a few of them here. The landlords, can you come and join quickly? And you're young, you can run. You're young. You can run. Please run. Our chief guest, the landlords are almost there. Just 1 second. 1 second. They will be there. There. The three gentlemen. Landlords are there. There. Please come quickly. The leadership is there. The chair of LC5 is there. Please don't forget Muse. Muse is there. Market leaders. All right. These are our landlords. We want to appreciate them. Thank you so much. Please note where the official photographer is. And Right Honorable, there's one special request after that one. The market leaders. Our market leaders are here. Then the final picture is with Ambitious, our contractor. So market leaders. Right Honorable, our market leaders have come. Market leaders. We can have that after. All right. We are now going to flag off. Cameramen, ensure we can see what is happening. because our chief guest is going to flag off our contractor, and after that there will be a photo moment there with the contractor. As you can see, the East African flag and all the partners, the Embassy of Denmark, the European Union, and of course Trademark Africa. You can turn to the screen and you'll see what's happening as the Prime Minister flags off.
On behalf of the President of the Republic of Uganda, I hereby launch the construction of the Elegu cross-border climate resilience, gender-responsive market.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister. Yes, we'll have a photo there. Ambitious, I hope you're close by.
What do this again?
Yes.
Please push up.
Let us give them space, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have Ambitious closer? Cameramen, allow us to get the best picture for everyone. Yes. We want to ensure everybody can see this. Yes. All right. There you go. So please, if you can't be able to see what's happening here, turn to the screens. We'll ensure we bring you what's happening so that you can visibly see the chief guest launch this groundbreaking exercise. There you go. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's appreciate our chief guest and all the stakeholders for getting to this milestone in Elegu as we launch this groundbreaking exercise of the Elegu Climate Resilient and Gender Responsive Cross-Border Market Project. Members of the media, shortly the chief guest will have an interview with you with all the other stakeholders just before she departs. So we'll allow that to be managed and allow for the media to prepare for that. It will be right in front of the board as we usher all the other partners. Ambitious, please join. Ambitious. We want to appreciate all our partners. We want to appreciate all the district leadership, our government agencies and departments that have been working with Trademark Africa to ensure we successfully launch this project. We want to appreciate the delegation from South Sudan. We want to appreciate the local leadership. We want to appreciate our market vendors, their leadership in the market. We want to appreciate all the partners who are here, and we'll allow now for the media to have some interviews without interruption from this end.
Hello? Yeah, thank you. As you are seeing our Prime Minister out, we want to make these two announcements. One, we have prepared lunch in two categories. Those ones under this 10, those who have coupons, they'll go behind, they will be served from behind.